Coming up next, Unscrewed, followed by Anime Unleashed at midnight.
Coming up tonight, the future, as told to us by the Guggenheim Museum's resident palm reader, Madalyn Aslan. Plus, a duo who found poetry and song in the immortal words of Donald Rumsfeld. And tonight's Girl Gone Wired says she's represented Playboy in Hong Kong, Denmark, and endless other cities. I love the cities of Hong Kong and Denmark. Hey everyone, I'm Laura Switcher, and you're watching Unscrewed.
That's right.
And here he is, a man who survived the bubonic plague in a past life, only to choke on a loaf of pumpernickel. Martin Sargent.
Hey, how you doing, everyone? Thanks for being here. Thank you very much for being here. Wonderful to have you. Switch, that's very true. I remember those past lives, and to this day, I'm still terrified of bread. Terrified, especially marble rye. You know what that's like?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It is, it's terrifying. Anyway, hey, welcome to Unscrewed, the show that sails the roiling seas of internet culture, harpoon at the ready, searching for pretty much any damn thing that moves. I'm your blubber-rich host, Martin Sargent. You know, technology moves fast, like a small bird or some type of feral cat. But the one spot in Techburg that's being built up faster than all the rest is a little borough called biotech. Hell, when I was a kid, they would bleed us with leeches to balance our 4 humors. Whereas nowadays, there's a fancy-ass high-tech doodad for anything that ails you. Just yesterday, I was reading about these things, these new camera pills. You swallow them, and they actually take pictures of your entire digestive tract. You just toss it back, and it takes 2 pictures a second until it pops out the other end. Now, it's crazy, I know. As soon as I finished that article, I knew I had to give one of those camera pills a try just to see what's going on down there in my dark places. But the thing about these medical high-tech doodads is they're horribly expensive, and that's why I had my intern Joey make me a pill cam of my own for free out of webcam parts, a telephone receiver, and Flintstone vitamins. Anyway, I popped that sucker down with a gulp of Shasta, and boy, did I learn some interesting facts about the old Sarge sack. Now, when the pill reached the lower part of its journey right here, everything looks pretty good, all clear in Colinville. But once the pill gets to right here, some strange stuff starts appearing, like this Spalding tennis ball. I don't know, I think I swallowed it last winter when I was trapped in my ice fishing hut in Manitoba. Anyway, when we get to here, things get stranger still. There seems to be a youngish female Vietnamese farmer harvesting rice or perhaps mountain kugwa. I don't know, maybe she's Khmer, I don't know. Curious, I don't get it. And yet, the deeper the camera gets, the more disturbing the findings. Like this, yes? I couldn't believe it either, but it's him, contemporary rock musician Sting. I mean, what the blue, purple is that creepy bastard doing in my bowels? No wonder that song, Englishman in New York, has been stuck in my head for so long. Damn stunning discoveries. You might want to think about getting a pill cam of your own. Just be prepared to act decisively on what you find, no matter how disturbing. I did, and now I have Sting in a specimen jar of formaldehyde on my mantelpiece. Thank you. Hey, anyway, enough about my bowels. Let's take a look at some amazing footage I found on internet. It's of a group of Qigong masters who can take a man down without even touching him. It's called Yellow Bamboo, and if there are any Yellow Bamboo masters watching right now, I challenge you to a fight right here on the show. I gotta spend $9.95 in the video.
You know what sucks though about the pill cams?
What's that?
Is that when you take the pill in to be developed at the Walgreens, and they're wondering why you're bringing them a stool sample, and you're like, no, it's in there.
That's a very good point. They must not have appreciated that very much. Huh? Oh shoot! Who the hell is that? Hello.
Quasi-Toto, man.
Oh, what's up? It's Ricky Kang. Hey, everyone,
Hey.
Ricky Kang. It's my favorite kung fu master. What's up, Ricky?
Man, I was just partying, chilling, watching the show, man. I had to call in, man. I seen them people that you were playing, them yellow bamboo people, man.
Yeah.
That stuff makes me sick. Makes me just want to be sick all over, man. I couldn't even finish my beer.
Ricky, I mean, as someone who is sort of celebrated in the martial arts, community, who makes a living off of martial arts,
Right.
what's your take on that yellow bamboo stuff, that air fighting?
First off, man, look, let's not call it art. It ain't art, all right? Because that kind of makes me angry, man. Because I ain't gonna go out on my dojo mat and do some art, man. I ain't gonna carve a little carving or do a song or nothing like that, man. Because karate for me is about ass kicking. I don't call it art. I call it fighting, man. It's about taking pain. And as far as them yellow bamboo people go, that's just the biggest bunch of bullcrap I ever seen, man. Because you're gonna come at me with some air or something like that, man. I'm gonna laugh right in your face. Because I'm Ricky Kang, man. I just beat the crap. And let me put it to you like this: I met one of them dudes last year in Cleveland at a Wing Chun conference. Let me just say, you ain't gonna knock nobody over with air with a 20-inch tonfa stick coming out your man. That's what I'm saying.
Are you saying that you actually beat one of these guys up at that
Hell, man.
conference?
Yeah, did I beat him up, man? I'll chase him around like that motherfucker. Come on, it's Ricky Kang. Come on, give me some of that air, man. And you ain't gonna be able to do nothing to me, man, because that stuff ain't gonna work, man. I'll tell you the truth. So if you ever meet one of them, man, don't be afraid. They ain't gonna be able to knock you down or do nothing like that, man, because you just come at him, start swinging, man, windmilling.
I'll tell you what, man. I'm issuing the challenge right now. If there's anyone in the audience who's a yellow bamboo master, I want him to come on the show, and we'll fly you both out here, and you guys will fight to the death right here on the show, all right?
All right, man, I'm there, man. You give me a ticket, boy, we'll party too, boy. We'll go out and we'll party out, all right, Martin?
Right on, Ricky.
Man, I love the show, dog. You keep it up, Swisher, man. You're looking good as ever.
Thanks, King.
Keep partying, Ricky.
All right, dog.
Ricky Kang, everyone. Kung Fu Master, Ricky Kang. All right, tonight's show has all the fury of Ricky Kang. Palm reader Madalyn Aslan is here to teach us how to see into our futures by looking at our hands. And our Girl Gone Wired has the type of cutting beauty that makes men want to quit their jobs, drop out of society, and spend about 10 years drifting from town to town wearing a trench coat. So be warned. All right, stick around after the break. Learn my fate in love and life with Palmas to the Stars, the spellbinding Madalyn Aslan.
Watch, play, win, hyperactive.
We have a new online game everyone is talking about.
Every weeknight while you watch X-Play and Unscrewed with Martin Sargent, go online and play Hyperactive along with the shows. You can win an iPod Mini and other cool stuff. Go to g4techtv.com/hyperactive and play along every night with X-Play at 11 and Unscrewed at 11:30.
Welcome back to Unscrewed. Palmistry is an ancient art whose practitioners can foresee the future by studying the hands. And tonight, I'm getting my palm read live on this television broadcast. Please welcome author and palm reader Madalyn Aslan. How you doing, Madalyn? Great to have you here on the program. Very pleased to meet you. I got to be frank with you right out of the gate here. I always kind of thought this stuff was poppycock, the stuff of cartoons. You firmly believe this and are sort of a master at it, maybe one of the best in the country.
It's a science. Your lines change every 3 weeks, so it's not about.
I don't dispute that the lines on my hands might change every 3 weeks, but can that really predict the future, the fact that I've got lines
Well,
changing?
I mean, the whole idea about the lines changing is you have choice. You have free will and choice, and you have to use it. See, as you're right-handed, your left hand is the hand of your potential, how you come into the world, and then your right hand is what you're actually doing with it. Here is where the lines change every 3 weeks, so you can constantly see what's going on. And
My left hand has a lot to do with how I come into the world, you say?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And actually, we can see these are pretty different. You actually need to let more people help you because these are very strong.
I don't need any help.
Yes, you do.
I'm a one-man army, Madalyn. I don't need no help.
No, see, look how hard the hands are.
Calloused.
Well, it's because you aren't letting enough in. You're giving it all out. You're giving to everyone, and you need to let it in more.
Use
and
a condom, I think is what she's saying.
So you're saying that I'm selfless and beneficent. That's what you can tell.
Exactly.
Tell
And
me
see
what
the
you're actually
gap?
seeing. What lines are you looking at, and how are you
Here,
gleaning this
okay,
information?
everyone see this gap between your life and your headline? The farther apart it is, the more independent you are, the more you go out into the world.
And mine are very far
The closer
apart?
it is, very far apart. You have always taken care of yourself, always. The closer it is, the more attached and shy you are. And then see, Marty, how it goes out across the palm? This means you're going to go further and further and further out into the world.
How far? How far am I going?
As far as you want to.
Really?
The only
Unlimited
thing
potential is what you're
that
saying.
here, See, he's got success everywhere, which is fabulous.
Yeah.
But here, your Mercury, which rules communication, this is where you're not being so direct.
He can't talk, it's true.
This is, no,
What are you
this
talking about? I host a talk show, Laura.
This is in terms of the opposite sex. This is in terms of
Now we're getting somewhere.
If you have a crooked Mercury, okay, see how his finger is bent here? Let's see, Laura's yours. A
Hers is
little
pretty bent.
straighter.
A little straighter, but not much.
Look, it's bent on her left hand, which means you were born with this genetically, because the left hand is genetics.
So it's like a genetic
look
defect?
how much she's worked on it. She's fixed it. See, in her
so-
right hand. You, on the other hand, you need to still work on it. Okay. This relates to feeling actually the absence of communication with a parent when you were younger. And
That's not true. Well, yeah, there was that. Okay, you're right. Madalyn, when did you first realize that you had this gift?
Oh, gosh, all my life. I mean, I actually didn't think it was anything different. I thought, this is just the way I see the world, you know, this is how it goes. It really didn't come across to me until people started coming and knocking on the door and bothering my mother and asking me, you know, what am I going to do about this?
Can we see the little witch child? Now, you didn't start out as a plumber. You actually started out as a child actor. You were in the Martian Chronicles with Rock Hudson, right?
That actually was when I was 12. That
When
was
you were 12.
my
And
first
Rock Hudson was one of the first guys whose palm you read, right?
professionally, yeah.
When you read his palm, could you tell his secret? Did you know that he was a gay man?
Yeah.
You did? And you... How do you tell?
Well,
Does
see, it's right here.
Does having clear nail polish on, does that indicate anything? Because
Why?
you got a manicure, Marty, and you get them every week.
I got a manicure for the first time in my life today in preparation for this segment.
Oh, I'm honored. Thank you.
Because I knew I was going to have my hand all over television.
Thank you.
It was just
no,
for you.
He was a Scorpio, which means that everything's under the surface. See, whereas you're out there, except with the opposite sex, where you just need to communicate your needs more. You need to say, I need this, or I need that. But look, I want to talk about your Jupiter for a second, because that's what my book is about, and it is the most exciting part.
All right, well,
okay?
let's do it quickly.
You
Let's
have
talk about
a
the Jupiter.
really, look how high, look how big his Jupiter is. This is amazing, okay?
My Jupiter. Oh, that's my index finger is my Jupiter?
Yeah, this is the finger we point with. It's direction, it's all your luck. Scientists posit that Jupiter actually protects us from asteroids aimed right at us. Jupiter's gravitational field is so huge, so powerful, it deflects these asteroids right off their course. Otherwise, we'd be destroyed. It's amazing.
Now you're starting to make sense.
Thank you.
When do you think that palmistry will be regarded as a real science and accepted by the scientific establishment?
Well, it'll help when we don't have this fundamentalist government, which thinks it's very satanic. But I think
a lot of people do think that what you're doing right now is the devil's work. In fact, you have a book, the only children's book about astrology for children. You say it's banned in 7 states.
It's a
How does it feel? How does it feel to know that you're going to hell, Madalyn? Which?
I don't know. Why don't you tell her, Marty?
I'll see you there, everyone. Hey, that's going to have to do it. That's all the time we have. By the way, I just want to mention real quickly, you are the resident psychic of the Guggenheim Museum.
Yes, and the only palmist in Who's Who in America ever.
Really?
Yes.
Don't you pay to get into Who's Who in America?
No,
though?
you do not. That's such a fiction.
I'm
It's
thinking,
total
okay,
talent.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Madalyn, it's great to have you here.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so much for
much.
being on the show.
Thank
And teaching us this very illuminating stuff. You got to check out Madalyn's books and perhaps learn more about your future at her website. It's all free at your website,
Yeah,
isn't it?
you get your monthly horoscopes, your weekly horoscopes, your daily horoscopes, all for free. It's all about healing. And it's all about your Jupiter luck, too,
All
how
right.
to get rich and lucky.
There you go. You can find it at MadalynAslan.com. Thanks so much for being here. All right, after the break, see what happens when you take the press conference comments of our Secretary of Defense and put them to classical music. Here's a taste in a song called Digital Revolution.
Oh my goodness gracious, what you can buy off the internet in terms of overhead photography.
Hey, welcome back to Unscrewed. Unscrewed, our current Secretary of Defense, Donald Rumsfeld, has a way with words. A way that makes little sense. But what if Donnie Rummy's words were put to music? Well, actually, they have been. The album is called The Poetry of Donald Rumsfeld and Other Fresh American Art Songs. Here's Bryant, Kong, and Elender Wall. Welcome to Unscrewed. Great to have you. So basically what you guys have done, I mean, we've all seen the press briefings that Rumsfeld gives, and some of them don't make much sense. And what you guys have done, take the ones that really don't make any sense and set them to classical music. Am I understanding this?
Yeah, there's a previous step. There's a humorist whose name is Hart Seeley, and he went through Rumsfeld's Pentagon briefings, interviews, and extracted those very strange, evocative statements, some of the really, when Rumsfeld tends to go off in front of reporters sometimes. So he picked those and put them in a verse form and called them Rumsfeld's Poetry and published those online on Slate last year. There are 7 poems. I thought they were hilarious, and that's what we've made new classical songs about.
So you find this compelling as musicians?
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderfully said.
We've treated them as any other poems, really. What's the speaker's attitude? What is this about? And I think, I guess our general theme is I think that art has to address the themes of the day. Andy Warhol painted soup cans, and Marilyn Monroe. I've set Donald Rumsfeld to music. And I think it's important for us as classical musicians to have music that's accessible to a broad audience.
Right. So let's actually take a listen to a song. This one is called The Unknown. Take it away. Fantastic. There you have it, The Unknown. Now, do you remember the context in which that was spoken? What speech was that? What was he addressing right there?
This is actually, well, the war in Iraq's been going on for so long, it could be at any point in time, but it's actually from 2 years back, 2002. And so Rumsfeld's trying to say that when you go into war, you don't always know. There are things you know, there are things you don't know. And what we've done with what I done with the music is things go from certainty to complete uncertainty, complete ignorance. But Rumsfeld has to wage war anyway, and his attitude doesn't change. But as you can hear in the music gets a lot more tense. So what you see in the songs is that we feel uncertainty about the war. We feel angst, but Rumsfeld's job is to wage war. He doesn't feel that at all.
You guys have really thought all this through. Aren't you worried? Aren't you worried
about serious stuff?
It is serious. Aren't you worried that Rumsfeld is going to get pissed off? And I say this not only because the guy has access to missiles, but also, like my friend Ricky Kang, he is well schooled in martial arts. I mean, check this out. Here's Rumsfeld. This is his drunk temple boxing technique, very lethal. And here he is here demonstrating his famous grimace palm, almost as terrifying as his lion claw technique. It's kind of like that yellow bamboo. It's well known in the Black Ops arena. And of course, the infamous twin cobra fist. Now, all of those things come from PoeNews.com if you want to see more of Donald Rumsfeld fighting. No fear of reprisal, so that he's going to come after you, freeze your bank accounts. He has the power to do this,
Well, I watch Jackie Chan movies. I think I'm ready. But I mean, we know the U.S. is not very good at hitting individual targets, so I think we'll be okay. They'll miss by a mile. So.
Are you guys touring right now with this?
Yeah, we're on our Weapons of Mass Distraction tour.
And are you trashing hotel rooms along the way?
We hope to trash some more. We've been in San Francisco and L.A. doing a lot of touring in our home base first, and we hope to make it out and see some more folks.
All right. So if people want to buy the album, they can get it at StuffedPenguin.com, right?
That's right. You can go to StuffedPenguin.com and see the lyrics and hear some more sound clips and buy the album and see lots more pictures of Elender wearing the exact same dress.
I noticed that. Well, you're wearing a tuxedo, so they can see something.
That's right.
Do you have any plans on doing anyone else?
Different forms of speech lend themselves to different artistic treatment, and Rumsfeld has that evocative, elevated speech, so he's really good for classical music. George Bush can't put two sentences together, so they would make some really bad music.
You could barely do some haikus or limericks with that.
Yeah, Bush belongs on a desk calendar and that new coloring book, and Rumsfeld belongs on a CD.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Give a big hand for Bryant, Kong, Elender, Wall, and poet Donald Rumsfeld.
Thank you.
All right, coming up, peel this slick and creamy banana and gobble her right up. Girls Gone Wired is next. But you guys, can you play us the break for her?
Things will not be necessarily continuous.
That's enough. Now let's do a great big cannonball into the tepid waters of the touching pool. It's time for Girls Gone Wired. Tonight's honey spackled rose is Shae Marks. Shae likes meeting new friends. Well, Shae, I too like meeting friends, and I've found that the easiest way to meet them is by wandering around public places posing as a blind man. When I see someone I might like, I sidle up and reach out in a groping manner as if to touch their face. And without fail, they recoil with uncertainty, and that's when I grab them, pulling them closer, and I deliver these exact lines into their ear. Forgive me, but I smell in your hair a sadness. And then I release them. If they turn and run, well, I probably didn't want them as my friend anyway. But if they stay, oh, if they stay, then I'm blessed with a new friend for life. To become Shae Marks' friend, visit her website. That's all the time we got for. Thanks to my friends Madalyn Aslan, Bryant, Elender, Girls Gone Wired, Shae, Ricky Kang. Of course, it's Swish. Good night. We'll see you at the bar, everyone.
Coming up next, Anime Unleashed.